How we doing today, guys? I'm going to be replacing my speedometer cable on my 1972 Honda Cb450. I recently replaced it and took it out for its first ride, and on the way home, speedometer wasn't reading. So when I got home, I took it apart and checked it out, and what had actually happened is the end of the cable that connects into the wheel well, or the speedometer cable, actually broke off. You can see there's no U-shaped piece that goes off the end of this. So Common Motors ended up sending me out a new one. I messaged them I emailed them and told them about what was going on, and that it was, on the first ride, and they said that Caleb at Common Motors said that he had never heard of anything like that, but they were happy to help me out and give me a few pointers and things that I needed to do to make sure that that didn't happen again. So today we are going to put in my new speedometer cable. Here we go, Common Motors. Common Motor Collective on YouTube. These guys have all the information that you would need for your older model CBs. I think they range from CLs 200 up to I think it's 550s. Okay. So this is the piece that actually broke on my bike. As you can see, this has two teeth on each side of it that a flat piece of metal goes into that turns when the wheel turns, and this makes the speedometer turn. Caleb from Common Motors said that we had to make sure to lube this up good, lube up this whole cable, reinsert it, and then install it onto the bike. We should be good. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Alright, so we've got some grease out here, and we've got the cable here. We're going to go ahead and lube that up real good with this grease and put it back in the actual cable housing, and we'll put it on the bike. Kind of spin it a little bit as you do it, so it kind of gets into the grooves a little bit better. But once you get it all lubed up, then we can reinsert it. So there we go. Let's go ahead and head over to the bike and throw it on. Here's the tools we're going to be using today. We've got a metric Allen wrench set, we've got a pair of pliers, a metal zip tie, and a piece of rubber inner tube. Let's go ahead and get started. Uh, 2.5 millimeters is the wrench I'm using. Most have a regular JIS Phillips head, but I've been converting all of my screws and bolts slowly. To the hex hex head bolts. So there we go. That's why I have to use the hex heads, or for the Allen wrenches, because I'm using the hex head bolts. So we got it in there. Snug it up good. Now, because I don't have a front fender that actually has the hoop that this cable goes through, I'm going to tap this part up here so that way it keeps it a little bit more in line here, so that way I can route it over the tire and attach it up to the speedometer. That's what the metal zip tie is for. And I'm not putting it on there tight, I'm just leaving it kind of loose. It's more of a guide than an actual stay. Okay. Now, for our piece of rubber and pliers, I'm going to wrap that around the top part so I don't mar it up, and use the pliers to tighten it up. Alrighty, we are done, aside from the elevating of this shaft here. There we go. Now, 14mm to tighten these up. There we go.